Hey guys, Dave here, and I just recovering from one of the best weekends I've had in a while. I had a wonderful two for a Saturday, June 13th. The big one that I got to do was I was an attending author at Leesburg's very first Leesburg Comic Con. Sandy and the people at the Leesburg Public Library have been busting their butts to make this thing happen. They were doing everything they could, using social media, word of mouth, and everything I could to try to let people know about this amazing event that was happening in our town. I had a huge blast. I was on the second story of the library selling my books. I actually got to sell 3 copies, so that was awesome. I got to meet some interesting people. I think one of my favorite moments had to be, I recognized there was a girl there who was cosplaying a gender-bent Dean Winchester from Supernatural. I'm a huge fan. I kind of recognize it. I was 98% sure that's what she was going for, but I decided to try an interesting litmus test. So, at the end of every, at the season finale of every episode of season of Supernatural, they play "Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas. So, I'm like about 30 feet away from her. She's checking out a magazine. I start going, "Carry on my wayward son." And she starts responding. She starts singing, "There'll be peace when you are done." We start singing that a little bit back and forth, harmonizing. I swear it was like a supernatural duck call. This was awesome. You get to meet all kind of wonderful people at these things. But I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to check out Grapthar's Hammer or Dr. Geek's Lab, which I really wanted to. I was at my table for most of that, so I do apologize, guys. I wanted to come see you, but I wasn't able to. The other thing was I did manage to pack up a little early, and I got to check out the closing act, which was my buddy Ken Spivey and the Ken Spivey Band. Now, I love watching Ken perform, and, well, something that I decided to do as a Whovian turned out to have both a positive and a negative effect for me. You see, as the doctor mentioned in one of the episodes of Doctor Who, he said that always bring a banana to a party. I actually, besides all my various toys and my books that I brought, I got a bunch of 8 bananas. I am not kidding. This was one of the biggest things that actually drew a bunch of kids to my table. I mean, forget that I had a replica Sword of Omens or Sonic Screwdrivers out. No. I had kids coming running up, saying, "Oh, bananas! I love bananas!" It was the weirdest thing, but I was happy. I gave the kids bananas, with permission from the parents, of course. And it was all good. It was a great draw. I had half of them left. I go to see Ken Spivey and another one of my friends, and I know Hoovy, and I give her a banana too. I had forgotten all about the fact that at the end of each song, when Ken's performing, he has the audience members to participate by throwing their hands up in the air, waving and going, "Bananas!" So, since I've gone to a few of Ken's shows, he knows me by name. He recognized that I actually had a bunch of bananas in my hand. And I actually yelled out, "Bananas!" You know, I was like a freaking animal from the Muppet Show there. But when it came time for the Dalek dance, and yes, if you go to the Leesburg Public Library page, you'll see the pictures. They required a volunteer from the audience to get up and do the Dalek dance on stage. Now, I am a comedian. I'm a performer. But I don't usually dance. Because when I dance, well, people laugh harder than I would normally like. But here's the thing. All of a sudden, 3 or 4 people all pointed and selected me to be the volunteer for the audience. So I wasn't volunteered, I was drafted. I got up and I did my dance, and of course it was okay. But you guys, you don't understand. You cannot just get up and make me dance willy-nilly. My butt has power to make people laugh. You know, literally, I was excited one time, and a few years ago, a young lady saw me doing a little jiggle as we were getting ready to head to karaoke. She fell down laughing so hard, and she was an asthmatic, so she needed her inhaler. My butt needs a warning label. You can't just throw me up on stage and do that, you know. But fortunately, the damage was a minimum, and no one was hurt by my butt. This time. But you've got to be careful next time. Seriously. Stop drafting people. But anyway, a lot of fun was had by all. It was a great event. And there was an estimation, they're thinking that over 1,000 people were going to show up. At last count that I'd heard, 1,750 people were estimated to have shown up for this thing. Now, keep in mind two things that were going on also. One, there was, certain people were complaining about a lack of publicity for the event. That, of course, I was doing my part. No, I wasn't being paid by the library. I was just doing it as a friend and an author, just having fun and trying to help put the word out, because that's the kind of guy I am. But they did everything they could with the budget they had, which was pretty much nil, and to try to put the word out. And second, even after some people that I had managed to get a hold of that were interested in coming, when they tried to pull other people out, it turns out the same weekend there was another convention going on in Tampa. So, unfortunately, more people could have come if, one, they had known about it, and two, there wasn't something going on at the same time. I've talked with Sadie about this, and she already knew about, the way that things are scheduling right now, but they're trying to do what they can to help put the word out. And like I said, she's trying to look for next year a time when there won't be another immediately huge competing event for that same space and time. So they're already addressing it. But think about it. Elevator issues aside, with not as great an advertising as one would normally have if they were paying big bucks for it, and another convention they were competing with, over 1,700 people showed up. And that's the best part. If this event turns out to be a hit, which I think it's going to, this may very well become an annual event. And if all these issues are addressed for next year, I can only imagine how much bigger it's going to be. It was the single largest event in the Leesburg Library's history. And they're doing everything they can. They've got all kind of stuff going on, not just comic book related, even though Mondays all summer they're actually showing Marvel movies at the library, so you check that out. But guys, if you want something like this to happen, please, it's your turn. Put the word out. Let people know about it. Support the Leesburg Library. So if you want to see more stuff like this happen in the future, this is up to you. You've got to make it happen. All right? Okay, guys. Take care. Dave, signing out. I'll catch you guys hopefully in the future. Peace. Yum, yum.